Good evening and thanks for tuning in. I'm Ann Powell with the WJTS News. Police have released more information about the single vehicle crash that closed a section of I-64 in DuBois County on Wednesday morning. According to the DuBois County Sheriff's Office, the driver fell asleep at the wheel, drove off the roadway, and rolled over near the 65.5-mile marker on I-64 in DuBois County. The driver was found unconscious and flown to St. Vincent Hospital in Evansville for treatment. This caused traffic to back up for miles and led to a second crash on I-64 in Perry County. A livestock trailer failed to stop when approaching the traffic, crashing into the back of a passenger car. The impact of this crash caused a chain reaction, pushing the passenger car into the back of a semi. This forced that semi into the back of another semi in front of it. The woman driving the passenger car had to be cut out of the vehicle, and she was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. A Mooresville man is facing several charges after a domestic dispute in Jasper. Police responded to an apartment at 434 West 43rd Street for a female tenant waiting to report a battery on Wednesday morning. After speaking with the woman, police learned that the man, identified as 28-year-old Stephen Caldwell, had battered her on 3 separate occasions leading up to the investigation. Caldwell then ran from the scene but was quickly taken into custody. He was then booked into the DuBois County Security Center and charged with prior domestic battery in the presence of a minor, and strangulation, all level 6 felonies, and 1 misdemeanor count of domestic battery. Drunk driving landed a Jasper man behind bars on several charges. Jasper police pulled over 45-year-old Osman Serrano for running a stoplight at Northwood Avenue in Newton Street and for failing to maintain a lane on Wednesday night. After investigating, police determined that the man was under the influence of alcohol. A preliminary blood test gave a result of a .221 BAC, which is almost 3 times the legal limit. Serrano was then booked into the DuBois County Security Center for operating a vehicle with a BAC of .15 or more, and operating a vehicle while intoxicated, endangering a person. Dependent has prior conviction within the last 7 years, and for operator never licensed. The head of the Indiana National Guard is trying to calm fears about the 5,000 Afghan refugees who are coming to the state. Adjutant General Dale Lyles yesterday said each refugee was screened before they left Afghanistan, then screened again when they first landed, then will be screened again once they arrive at Camp Atterbury. Lyles then said they know who the refugees are. All of the refugees will be required to quarantine at the camp for at least 2 weeks. After that, some of them can leave the camp and look for new homes in the state of Indiana and in the surrounding states. Indiana is facing the latest wave of COVID-19 with 5,222 new cases reported today for the state and 23 new deaths. To date, there have been a total of 868,451 cases for COVID-19 and a total of 14,101 deaths reported in the state, with 444 additional deaths ruled as probably associated with COVID-19. As of right now, only 53.1% of Indiana's population has been fully vaccinated. DuBois County saw 58 new cases reported today by the Indiana State Department of Health, with a 7-day positivity rate at 10.6%. No new deaths were recorded. To date, there have been a total of 7,062 cases for the county, and 119 DuBois County residents have died from the virus. As of right now, only 56% of the county is fully vaccinated. And for our surrounding counties, Spencer County has 30 new cases, with 49.4% of its population vaccinated. Davies has 22 new cases, with 35.3% of its population vaccinated. Martin County saw 11 new cases, with 38.8% of its population vaccinated. Lawrence County had 41 new cases today, with 46.9% of its population vaccinated. Orange County had 32 new cases, with 46.9% of its population vaccinated. Pike County had 38 new cases, with 40.8% of its population vaccinated. Crawford County has 20 new cases, with 44.4% of its residents vaccinated. Perry County saw 9 new cases today, with 55.5% of its population vaccinated. And finally, Warwick County saw 82 new cases, with a 62.3% of its population vaccinated. The current recommendation from the World Health Organization and the Centers for Disease Control and the Indiana State Department of Health to help combat the COVID-19 virus is to get vaccinated. To schedule your first shot, you can visit ourshot.in.gov, and to take a look at the complete breakdown of COVID-19 statistics in the state of Indiana, visit coronavirus.in.gov. Indiana Governor Eric Holcomb says his plan to trade mask requirements for less strict rules on coronavirus quarantines in schools will help keep the kids back in the classroom. The governor yesterday said schools that require students and teachers to wear masks won't have to quarantine people who come in close contact with someone who tests positive for the virus. The governor yesterday also pushed for people to get fully vaccinated. He says that vaccinations are the best way to get people back to work and to get the state back to normal. It's that time of year. This is the time when Indiana State Police reminds people to be safe over the long holiday weekend. Troopers say they will be out in force ahead of the Labor Day rush. And as always, the Indiana State Police says to not drink and drive. Remember to buckle up and always put down the phone when behind the wheel. Traffic alert for those in DuBois County. The DuBois County Highway Department will be conducting seal coat projects beginning at 8 a.m. today on Club Road and 825 South, Friday on Holland Road Southwest and Airport Road, and Santine Road on Tuesday. Please avoid the area or use caution and abide by traffic control measures. And then beginning on September 7th, the Portersville Bridge will be closed for concrete approach repair. Work on this is expected to last for about 2 weeks, depending on weather conditions. Many Vincennes University students were born after September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks. However, they still understand and embrace the monumental importance of that tragic day and honoring those who lost or gave their lives. VU will mark the 20th anniversary of 9/11 with multiple student-led events for students, faculty, staff, and the community. All events are free and open to the public. Everyone is invited to help place 3,000 flags at 5 p.m. on Wednesday, September 8th, each representing nearly 3,000 individuals who died during the attacks and rescue efforts. They will also create a 9/11 Remembrance Memorial located in the grassy area behind the Clark Hall on 2nd Street, straight across from the Vincennes University Police Department. 13 additional flags will also be placed in honor of the 13 U.S. service personnel killed in the IED attack on August 26 in Kabul airport in Afghanistan. U.S. service personnel are encouraged to attend and participate in the creation of the flag tribute. The featured speaker on VU's special presentation, Remembering 9/11 from 8:46 a.m. to the President on Friday, September 10th, is Homeland Security and Public Safety student Austin Ritchie of Plymouth, Indiana. The 1-hour program will take place at the Red Skeleton Performing Arts Center and will begin at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. It will also be available by Zoom for anyone who cannot attend in person. A link to access that program on Zoom is also posted on our website, WJTS.tv. Residents have a chance to learn more about the current projects underway in the city in a few weeks. The Jasper Chamber of Commerce is hosting Coffee and Conversation with Jasper Mayor Jean Vonderheit on Friday, September 17th, and again on Tuesday, November 30th from 8 to 9 a.m. at the Jasper Train Depot. The Chamber will supply the coffee and Schnucks will provide the refreshments. There is no need to RSVP, just show up. At this time, all attendees are required to wear a mask. It's National College Savings Month, and Indiana is celebrating with a special incentive for students. One individual will be selected to win College Choice 529 $10,000 education sweepstakes. Individuals 18 and older are eligible and must complete an entry form at collegetoysdirect.com/September by 11:59 p.m. on September 30th. And stay tuned, we'll take a look at your weekly forecast and sports with Kruguk Seller still to come on the WJTS News.